Hi everyone, my name is Morgan Allen and I will be discussing Chapter 3. Throughout Chapter 3, there are crucial aspects of counseling that deeply influences our practice. The role of personal values and how they interact with our professional responsibilities. This chapter's focus is on how understanding and managing our own values while respecting those of our clients is essential for effective and ethical counseling. Chapter 3 explores the intersection of personal values and professional practice, emphasizing that counselors must recognize and navigate the potential conflicts that may arise when their values differ from those. The first section of the chapter I would like to discuss is navigating personal and client values in counseling. This section of Chapter 3 emphasizes the critical need to identify and handle potential conflicts between a counselor's personal values and those of their clients. It highlights the importance of maintaining objectivity and employing effective strategies for resolving such conflicts. Historically, the belief that therapists could be entirely objective and value neutral has been challenged. And as we see, it's impossible for one to not have their own beliefs in society. We now understand that it is impossible to completely separate personal values from professional work. However, this does not mean that personal values should dominate the counseling process. Instead, it is about learning to manage these values effectively. Understanding and knowing one's own personal values is also crucial in helping create the best environment for a client. This portion of the chapter focuses on the necessity of creating a non-judgmental therapeutic environment and the concept of ethical bracketing, which involves setting aside personal values to avoid influencing the counseling process. I found a YouTube video that I also believe could help one in finding their own core values and determining their importance if one is not sure. The video was published by Adriana Girdler, and the video states that core values are values that stick with you, especially in times of stress and temptations. Core values let you know what you are willing to accept and not accept. She states that there are 3 steps to discovering your personal core values. Step 1 is to look at a core values list. Step 2 is to define the core values that stuck out to you based on what they mean to you, because this is something that sticks with you for what you believe in. And step 3 is to test yourself by asking questions such as, would you give up any of these core values on your list for money? I found this video helpful because it is something you as a counselor should know and think about when it comes to core values, but also can give you some topics you can discuss with a client that may potentially be confused on their core values as well. I will attach the link of the video in the slide, or you can search the title, which is How to Find Your Core Values by Adriana. The next important topic in this chapter is maintaining non-judgmental attitudes and ethical bracketing. One of the foundational principles in counseling is the importance of maintaining a non-judgmental attitude towards clients regardless of differing values. This approach ensures that the focus remains on the client's needs and their therapeutic journey, rather than on the therapist's own personal beliefs. Ethical bracketing is the intentional separation of a counselor's personal or professional values to ensure appropriate counseling to all clients regardless of their beliefs. Ethical bracketing is an essential concept because one must be able to set aside personal beliefs while in counseling. This does not mean ignoring one's values, but rather ensuring that they do not interfere with the client's needs. Disclosing personal values to clients might seem like a way to help them make informed decisions, but it can inadvertently shift the focus onto the counselor's beliefs, potentially appearing biased or judgmental, which is not what we want to do to our clients. The goal is to provide a safe, non-discriminatory space where clients can explore their issues without facing value-based discrimination. Clients have the right to hold and express their own values even if they conflict with those of their therapist. Our role as counselors is to facilitate their exploration and decision-making within their own framework. Ethics suggests standards based on professional values and moral decision-making when it comes to professional behavior. It is still important for the counselors to use their professional morals when working with clients, even while letting them express their beliefs and values. Clients often seeking help from counselors and therapists go through types of discrimination, and in professional setting, it is important for the counselors to allow them to feel heard and not judged further for their own beliefs and values, even if they differ from them. The next key topic of Chapter 3 that I would like to discuss is avoiding value imposition and ensuring diversity competence. This topic discusses the issue of value imposition where counselors might unintentionally impose their values on clients and highlights the importance of diversity competence as outlined in our textbook by experts like Hancock and Kaplan. The textbook highlights that when a client's values create a conflict, one approach could be to pair the client with a therapist or a mentor who shares similar beliefs. This can help avoid conflicts and provide a supportive environment where the client feels understood. Hancock, which is stated in our textbook, emphasizes the necessity of providing diversity competent mental health services, reflecting the need for counselors to be equipped to handle a broad range of values and beliefs. This chapter addresses value imposition, where counselors might unintentionally push their own values onto clients. This can undermine the ethical standards of counseling and create a biased therapeutic environment. To maintain ethical practice, counselors must be aware of their own values and their potential impact, fostering a supportive and non-judgmental space for the clients to work through their own beliefs. Counselors must have basic competencies of in diverse areas, including working with LGBTQ plus clients. The ACA Code of Ethics mandates that counselors must avoid refusing to work with clients based on value conflicts and instead prioritize the client's needs. Similarly, when dealing with emotionally charged issues like abortion, counselors must balance legal and ethical considerations, ensuring they exercise reasonable care and comply with state laws, including parental consent. The chapter also dives into integrating spiritual and religious values in counseling. This can be a sensitive issue of integrating spiritual and religious values into the professional setting. Counselors must be aware of their own spiritual beliefs and how these might influence their ability to connect with clients. Spiritual and religious factors can be crucial to a client's worldview and coping strategies, making it important for counselors to consider these aspects in their assessments and therapy. The aim is to identify what works best for the client and align the therapeutic approach with their values. It is important for counselors to be knowledgeable and aware of how to navigate with working with a diverse group of beliefs. There are, however, faith-based counseling if a client has strong beliefs and chooses to go that route. Counselors must uphold a deep respect for the diverse religious beliefs of their clients and ensure that their own personal convictions do not overshadow the therapeutic process. It is crucial for counselors to create a non-judgmental space where clients feel free to explore and express their spiritual and religious views without fear of bias or imposition. Pushing one's own religious beliefs onto clients can undermine the client's autonomy and hinder the therapeutic relationship, which is not something we want to do to our clients. Instead, counselors should focus on understanding and integrating clients' spiritual perspectives into the therapeutic process in a way that honors their individual values, regardless of how the therapist feels about it. By remaining open and respectful, counselors can support clients in navigating their own beliefs and issues, fostering a more effective and empathetic counseling experience. The final topic I would like to discuss throughout this chapter is handling end-of-life decisions and legal considerations. End-of-life decisions present another complex area where counselors must carefully navigate their personal values. As the U.S. population ages, counselors will increasingly encounter clients facing difficult decisions about end-of-life care. Training programs should prepare counselors to handle these issues professionally, recognizing the impact of personal religious beliefs on their approach to client autonomy and euthanasia. Counselors must be familiar with the state laws and ethical guidelines, balancing respect for clients' autonomy with their professional responsibilities. The National Association of Social Workers, or the NASW, underscores the importance of client self-determination and end-of-life decisions, including options like euthanasia. The NASW provides specific guidelines for social workers dealing with palliative care, emphasizing quality care and informed decision-making. The American Psychological Association, or the APA, and the American Mental Health Counselors Association, the AMHCA, also address these issues in their guidelines, highlighting the need for counselor self-awareness and ethical practice. A shift has occurred in the ACA Code of Ethics, which previously allowed referrals based on value conflicts, but now requires counselors to avoid imposing personal values and prioritize clients' needs. This change reflects a commitment to ensuring that counselors provide competent care regardless of personal beliefs. Ethical and legal standards stress the importance thorough assessments in end-of-life care, considering factors such as mental health, spirituality, and family dynamics. In conclusion, Chapter 3 has highlighted the importance of counselors understanding and adhering to professional ethics, particularly in managing the intersection of personal and client values. It emphasizes the need for counselors to integrate spiritual and religious concerns into their practice, recognizing these as valuable resources for clients and respecting clients' beliefs. Additionally, it addresses the importance of clarifying one's own beliefs about end-of-life decisions while respecting and supporting clients' choices within legal and ethical guidelines. As counselors, we must be prepared to engage with clients on these complex issues, ensuring we provide the best possible support while navigating our own values and professional responsibilities. I thank you all for listening and your attention, and I hope you have enjoyed my take on Chapter 3.